welcome to day 21, guys. So, as you can see from your placement in my vehicle, my box did not come today, which I really didn't think that it would, but it said free one-day delivery, so I went ahead with that option, but it also said guaranteed delivery by the 8th, which is like, I ordered it on the 5th at night, so that's not one day. No biggie though. It'll come either tomorrow or the next day, and that's totally fine. So it was kind of a sad day in our house today. Well, this evening, I guess. My youngest child, that is 7, not quite 7.5, no longer believes in the tooth fairy. I guess it's an appropriate age for that, but apparently the last time he lost a tooth, which he's been losing them like crazy recently, the last time he lost a tooth, he woke up when my husband went in to put money under his pillow and take his little tooth. Enough to realize that that's what was happening. So he lost a tooth today, and Anthony said, well, what are we going to do with the tooth? And he's, come on, Dad, I know you're the tooth fairy. So we no longer have the tooth fairy coming to our home. And I'm fairly confident that this might be the last year for the jolly man dressed in red. My almost 9-year-old, he'll be 9 in a couple months, he decided last year after Christmas that, or this Christmas, previous Christmas, that he no longer believed in Santa, that he decided that Mom and Dad were Santa. Not actually, I'm still not sure why he made that decision. It's an appropriate age for that decision to be made, though, somewhere right around in that time frame. It's actually interesting because before we had kids, my husband and I had talked about this, and Anthony at that time in his life was very much against lying to his children and did not want to tell the kids that there was such a thing as Santa or the Tooth Fairy or the Easter Bunny or any of those types of things. He just does not believe that you are starting off on the right foot by outright lying to your kids. And my opinion was that when they're young enough, having traditions and things that are imaginary, but there's no harm in them, that I just don't see that as being that big of a deal. I don't really see it as lying to your child. I see it as kind of fostering their creativity, which I guess it is lying, though. Anyway, so we approached it from the standpoint of, well, then we'll go ahead and let them believe. I guess I won. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure if that was the right thing to do or not, to be honest with you. I still don't know if that was the better path to take. But I don't know. When kids are young, I think that they have really good imaginations, and that should be fostered, and that creativity is healthy. But anyway, so we no longer have an Easter Bunny as of this past Easter. We no longer have a Tooth Fairy. We still have Santa for however long that may last. Maybe this Christmas. Maybe one more. Not real sure yet. But my babies are getting old. They're growing up. Which, I have one that'll be 19 and let's see, it's August already, so next month. She is, however, one of my 2 adopted children, so I was not having babies when I was 19. I hadn't had life figured out at that point. I really should not have been there was no thoughts crossing my mind of having babies at that age, because it just barely taking care of myself going to college. But, so anyway, we have one that will be 19 next month, and my youngest is 7.5, so we got a pretty broad range in our house of children. I don't really have anything else to tell you guys. I brought a salad with me for supper tonight. I brought my other container of fried rice, and I was going to bring the cherries that I brought last night to eat that I didn't eat. I was going to bring them today, and my husband said, you might want to try those, because I absolutely hate cherries. Hate cherries. I love Rainier cherries, and there were some of those in the bag, but I had also bought some, I think they were called Northwest Sweet Cherries, and I had had one before, and it was good. Like, I was shocked that it actually tasted good, because I hate cherries. And he said he tried one, and they were pretty gross, and so I was like, oh, okay. So I tried one, and yeah, it was disgusting. Lo and behold, it tasted like a cherry. So, Anyway, so I decided not to bring those and left them in the refrigerator. I figured that I might as well leave them for a child that will actually enjoy them than to eat them when I'm not going to enjoy them at all. And so Anthony cut up a Korean melon for me to eat. We'll see if it's one of the good ones or not. This box has been hit and miss. I've got one more box of them in the refrigerator, and I might be done buying Korean melons after this point. Simply because they don't, I don't know that they're in season anymore, because they're definitely not flavored the same as they were before. Maybe they're a spring, summer fruit, not an end of summer fruit. I really don't know. I think I'm going to be driving into a rainstorm here pretty soon, which is kind of inconvenient because I don't really want to get soaking wet getting out of my truck to go into work. But we'll see what happens. And it's a good thing I got gas last night, because I totally did not. I don't have time to get it tonight, for sure. So anyway, if anything comes up, I will let you guys know. We're going to do a weigh-in tomorrow. Depending on how tomorrow goes, I may see you, I may not. So if I don't see you, we'll have a day 21, then followed by a day 23, like we did a day, was it day 9, 7, and 9? We didn't have a day 8 or something like that. Not 100% sure, I don't really remember. But anyway, hope you guys are having a good one, and I will sign off and talk to you later.